Promise this will be the last cop out video, okay? But I just need to think that I actually want to do Paper Jam. And I am just starting to record. Yeah, I am just starting, which kind of sucks, but I do have 4 weeks planned out with Paper Jam. And then I could post the special video. But it'll be fine. So without further ado, let's get into the ranking. So this is a required X-Boss and the only required X-Boss in any of the Mario and Luigi games. Which, why would you require an X-Boss? And it's for feathers. Feathers after you beat the boss. And once you beat the boss, before that, if you beat the boss before you know about the feathers, you can't, get the feathers, like, here's some feathers for beating this boss that you did a while ago. Ooh, cool, but I don't know what these do. But nobody cares. So the thing is, you're going to just have to beat this boss again, but really, why would you go ahead and go beat it? Because I would usually do them at the end of the game just to make them really easy. Some of them at least, and then some of them just impossible. But enough rambling. This boss adds nothing new, and it has really low health because it's required. This X-Boss just sucks, and it's boring, and it's basically the same difficulty as it from the X. No, not the X. Hard mode, which, if you played hard mode before, it's actually not that hard. Like, the first 3, no, maybe just the first 2 in hard mode, you can beat one try, as long as you're good. But the other ones, yeah, they suck. But yeah, this is basically the same difficulty as in hard mode. This is why it just sucks, and the unavoidable attack does actually not do more damage. So, yeah, but at least there's no tutorials. There's no color change, which just sucks. I would love to see Phantasma blue, but since that, and plus that you get like 8 turns to beat this, and you could probably beat this in like 1 turn, depending on what level you are, just makes it like really easy, and that's why this sucks as a X-Boss. Drill Digger X is a pretty cool boss. But besides it being purple, it's honestly a pretty easy boss to defeat, like any of them. But at least it actually looks good. Like, you can defeat this thing in like 5 or 6 turns, but you get like 9 turns, I don't even know. But yeah, it's pretty easy to defeat. It's not really a big issue. Even if you're under leveled, you could probably beat this boss. Mount Pajama Jaw just sucks. Just alone, it's just a horrible boss. And now you have to fight it with more health, and it does more damage, and like, you can't level up. It makes you do more damage to it, cause you're, and like, this boss fight just sucks, okay? I just don't like this boss fight whatsoever, and the fact that it is just bad makes it even more bad. And also the fact that it's a volcano. Just look at it! So, this thing looks horrible.
Maybe it's just because you're ugly.
Yeah, that's all I have to say, really. This thing just looks horrible. It is really easy to destroy, but the thing just looks horrible. Can't stop looking at it because that's how horrible it is. Oh my goodness! Why do they have to make the ugliest thing ever? Like, the thing is mixed with a yellow thing. It's blue and yellow. That just looks horrible. Why does it have to be a yellow trunk and yellow eyelids? That just looks horrible. Go back to the red. Go back to the normal Mamushka. It looks horrible. This game loves changing red to blue, and sometimes purple to blue, but they can't change Phantasma. But this one actually looks good in blue, so I'm not gonna meme it, like I've done the past 2 ones, but Yeah, this actually kind of looks good, and I really like its extra damage. It kind of makes it a little harder. Well, it's supposed to make it a little harder. If you're under leveled, this boss will kind of be a tough one. I actually had to grind levels for this boss fight, even though I already beat the game. This one's actually really hard, and that's what I like about it. But besides that, yeah, this boss fight isn't really changed. I still compare it to the Tower of Yik, but harder. Hard mode is basically one word to describe this entire boss. But besides that, this boss doesn't look cool in the slightest and is not fun. And yeah, really, it's just Tower of Yik, but harder. Especially because it's Dream Team. This boss sucks, and the reason why is because all of them have extra health, and you have to destroy them all at once. No, I'm not saying that. You have to destroy them all at once, which just sucks. Really. But they all revive to 1 HP, so I mean, you could just like focus on one and then kill them all. But you do also have Legendary Wall and Typhoon, which could also just kill them all. I like using Legendary Typhoon just to destroy a bunch of Goombas. But besides that, I think the Goomba has the least amount of HP. So I think you should go for that one if you're trying to do this. But anyways, that's all I have to really say about this boss. Interdimensional portals can go in a hole and die. And this thing looks like the bird from Captain Toad. Told you, looks ugly, even more ugly. It's also from Mario 64. I just looked it up on Google, but I didn't know that before. And also, did you know that this has a set pattern? Yes, because of hard mode, I realized that he goes up, or she, honestly, I don't care. So here's the pattern for the first part. He goes down, she, don't care, again. And then it goes up, and then it goes down, like you just saw. That's always the part for the first one to get, like, a couple of bit of damage. And I had to, like, restart this boss so much for hard mode that I'm not ever gonna do the X boss. And if you somehow have to do the gauntlet, this boss is probably just gonna kill you. So I would not do the gauntlet of the giant boss battles ever, mainly because, yeah, it sucks. But this boss in particular just sucks, and yeah, that's all I have to say. T-posing statue aside, this thing looks red. Looks like it got sunburned, and it forgot to put aloe vera on it. But it's really just boring. The self-destruct doesn't like go faster, which would make more sense because it's an X boss. But that's really just what makes this boss worse and also better than Zkeeper. Still barely know how to time the end, so basically I beat this, but the game just doesn't want to give me recognition for it. Because I can't do that ending star bit because motion controls, and yeah, I've never really had too much of an issue of the ending part being too hard, but just because of how like annoying his attacks are, this boss fight gets number 3 just because of that. Not just because it's one of the last bosses in the game and it's really annoying. This boss, just alone as an X boss, I couldn't, like, I've beat this before. I've never tried the Zkeeper one, okay? I'm never trying that one. But this is really bad. I don't like this one. I want this one to jump in the same pit as the interdimensional one, the interdimensional portals, and stay there and rot for the rest of its life. This has no competition to Intasma, and the way it's just like so secret. Like I would have never expected Bowser Jr. to be the secret final boss of this game. And I guess it's kind of cool, but you don't get to heal up before fighting it, which is also another bad thing about this. You don't get to heal up in the gauntlet, which is the reason why this boss fight is above all the other boss fights, because the gauntlet sucks, but you can't use side attacks like you could in Paper Jam, and which makes any hammer attack useless, so you actually have to jump on him. So you can't use the bomb derby, the other buzz attacks. I don't really care right now, but this boss is really good because of just how it's kind of like Bowser, Bowser X from Mario and Luigi, Bowser's Inside Story, because he kind of just like steals the buzz attacks you use, so you gotta use them wisely, and once you lose, he will actually give them back, unlike I think Bowser X, when you do enough damage to him. And he will also, he doesn't have that much health, but he, at least I don't think, maybe because I was over leveled, but I don't really care. This boss fight is really good, and I like it just because of that, and also because there's like different attacks and they're really cool. But just repeating myself, I love how unexpected this boss fight is at the end of the game. Obviously, this is just the most expected thing in the world. It's the hardest boss in the game, no doubt. This is harder than Bowser Jr., and just because the fact it is too hard. It's basically hard mode, but XXX. That's all I really have to say. But not really all I have to say. It's just, I have no words for how hard this boss is. When you fall into like one of those little dream portals when you're falling asleep, you could like instantly die if you hit some chainsaws. Or, yeah, no, not chainsaws. That are in Mario Maker over the donuts. But yeah, those things can do so much damage, and I hate them because of that. And then you can also steal Luigi, which basically loses all your damage and health. So you basically have to get Luigi back, and then he gets a turn to heal, which is just so dumb. And that's why I like this. Also, you have to like grind for level 60 or something just to do some good damage to this boss. Also, you get like 14 turns to beat him, which is why you also need like level 65 to beat him. So, you made it to the end of the video. Like and subscribe. Subscribing is free. You can always subscribe later. If you're in the premiere, say hi. I'll be in the premiere, hopefully. But anyways, Paper Jam will be next week, and this is Bowser Bean signing off. Bye.